Is it working? Is it working? Sometimes I feel like a piece of software that I'm using, such as Facebook, can hear me on the phone when I'm talking about disruptions with other technology. And then as I tried to get on to this live this afternoon, nothing wanted to work. But I was actually struggling with the good old-fashioned telephone earlier today, trying to make a call to somebody. Feel like I've been around the world for a sixpence. So anywho, Beck McMurray, hurrah! I hope your ears have been burning, because as I've been working on our project today, I've been going, it's all right, Beck's going to help me with that. It's all right, Beck's going to help me with that. It's all right, Beck's going to help me with that. So yay for Beck McMurray, hurrah! I've actually just gotten off the phone with Monash University. So we're talking to them about using a health economics tool for our new project. And there's language about academics and there's language about research and data that I'm just going, So I get to speak to another technology company who apparently know all about data analytics for health professionals tomorrow. Yay. Holy crapola, Batman. All I can say is, Yale, you and I are going to create an awesome tool for your pre-trauma training. Holy good night, Batman. Anywho, let's get beyond that, shall we? So it's day 2 in my getting ready, getting my business ready, getting myself ready to take this 4 weeks off. And I must admit, I've gone boof in my head today. Feels like everything has been crashing down around me, hence why I'm very, very grateful for people like Beck McMurray, Sonia Judd, Sophie Sievers, Kylie Worry, and my team just grows and grows. Katrina Kelso, who is now prior, Pete, who's not here, Jenny, who won't be here either. But anywho, I'm incredibly grateful for this team. So what I ended up doing at about 3 o'clock this afternoon was, a lot of people, so I went back to my why, but I changed it to a what. I went, let me explain. So when we start a business, or we start our private practice, or we start any enterprise, we are often struck with the why am I going to do this? So Simon Sinek has done this all a great service. He's written a book about it. We've seen all the videos. We all go, why? Why are you doing it? Why did you do this in the first place? And why I started Purple Co 10 years ago is very different to what I need Purple Co to do for me today. The why hasn't changed. So I needed to provide me cash. In the beginning, I started the business so that I had money until I worked out what it was I wanted to do. And Purple Co as a company came about purely for tax effectiveness. It's as the business has grown, as I've grown as a human, as I've had different things come and opportunities come, and the work that I love to do be reinforced that it is good work and it's work I love, that the business has, the whys of the business have taken on a little bit more depth. So my business, why it started was to give me cash to provide for my son and I, and to be tax effective. The non-negotiables around that was that the work I was going to do needed to be meaningful, it needed to be significant, and that everybody was going to be treated with respect and dignity. And as the business took off, the whys around the values became incredibly important. So you've heard me talk before about I haven't compromised on the services that we provide. I'm very clear about what we will and will not do. I'm very good at helping people find alternatives when we're not the answer. And I'm also making sure that my team are looked after and they're doing work they enjoy doing. And they have paid me back, especially last year when things were really tight financially and really difficult for me. Their loyalty has been amazing. Hello, Linda Mottram. Lovely to see you today as well. So it's often difficult to go, why did you start the business, when you're feeling pressured, overwhelmed, burnt out, when you're struggling with illness, or when you're broke. The whys cease to matter because you just need to get those needs taken care of, and taken care of really, really quickly. So the better question for me today is, what do I need my business to do for me? And I have found that to be a much more concrete and a concrete question that allows me to have concrete answers, that allows me to build a concrete plan that is useful, it is strategic, it is valuable, and actually gets me where I want to go. So right now I've got 8 weeks until I want to be free to be able to go to Europe for 4 weeks and not have to work on my business. There feels like there are 1,000 moving parts to make that happen. So what do I need my business to do for me in the meantime? Well, right now, I want it to give me cash. I want my wages paid. I want everybody in the business to be paid. I want it to continue to support my lifestyle. So being paid means at my current salary or more. I don't want to take a salary cut. It means I want to look after my financial future. So it needs to be paying my superannuation. It needs to be paying into things that, my mortgage for my house and my car, and taking care of those essentials for me. I think they're essential. My business, what else I want my business to do? So the things I'm not prepared to compromise on are things like my legacy. I want to leave a mark on this industry. I want to leave a mark on, people saying, hey, Jo Muirhead's stuff was really good. We were lucky to have her in this industry. Because that feeds my need for significance. And if you haven't worked that out by now, I have a strong need for security and significance. If you know anything about the 6 core needs that Anthony Robbins talks about, security and significance, you'll go, oh, I get it now. I get it now. Yeah, that's what I need. I like those needs. So then asking this question of myself, what do I need my business to do for me? I need it to allow me to feel safe and secure, but also allow me to feel significant. And when I feel significant, it means that I'm feeling good about myself. It's not an ego thing. There's lots of us around who enjoy feeling significant. We want to make a difference. We want to know that the things we do matter. It's one of the reasons why I hate selling education for the sake of education, why I'd much rather sell coaching with education so that people actually have an opportunity to implement and engage. And the fabulous Kylie Worry has just turned up. So my team, yay! Very grateful for my team, as Kylie will no doubt hear in a moment as she's listening. So the what do I need my business to do for me question then led me, by the default of how you find the answers, to what is my definition of success. So one of the things I want my business to do for me is to help me feel significant. I don't need to have the biggest rehabilitation service on the planet. I don't need world domination, but I sure as hell want a reputation as being the best. One of the best. No, let's just go with the best. I have the best team. I have the best capability on my team to do this kind of work. So I want us to be recognized for that. But when you're looking at the definition of best, it then led to a conversation, well, what does that mean? Which then came up with my criteria for success. So what are the things I am not prepared to negotiate on? I am not prepared to negotiate on quality. Now, that doesn't mean that we have it perfect 100% of the time. Have you read an email that I wrote? It won't be perfect. There will be spelling errors. There always are. I just don't see them. But I do want to make sure that we have quality work. I want to make sure that we're doing the right work at the right time. So that's important. My opinion, the opinion of my consultants on my team matters. If we say we are not the right people to help you right now, here's an alternative, take us seriously. We formed an opinion. We're not just saying we don't want to do it because we don't want to do it. It's usually grounded in well thought out, probably evidence-based opinions. So I don't want to compromise that at all. I don't want to compromise the health and the well-being of my team members. I have worked too hard to get my health under control. I am not going to put my team members in a situation where I expect them to go above, beyond, extend themselves to a point where they'll get sick. And I can assure you, every single one of them would tell me, Jo, I can't do this, if they can't do it. Or, Jo, I can do this, but I need this help to be able to do that. So some of the criteria I have around what success looks like for me gets answered in that question, or when I go to answer the question, what do I want my business to do for me? I think we get very practiced as practitioners to go to a PD event or a personal development event or a business building event, and we get asked, what is our why? And who is our ideal client? And let's do some blue sky dreaming about what you want your business to look like. But there's a lack of integration on how you pull all of those pillars or those silos together, and what it is that you want to experience on a daily basis. What are the emotions that are important for you? What is the sense of pride or significance or legacy that you want to leave? How do you actually want to be when you turn up in your business every day? Oh, fabulous Jill Johnson-Young has joined us. Hello, Jill. You're going to love this entire discussion today, because this is something you and I have been working on for 4 years now. Yes, Jill's legacy is in her books. It's in the fact that she is the grief talker. If you've got any knowledge that's missing about grief or how you manage death and dying, then Jill's your woman. And she's created that, and she is very, very clear about that being her legacy piece. If she's not, she's now, because I've just told the world that that's what her legacy is. So I want us this week to be clear about why we started our businesses, but what do we need them to do for us right now? And moving on from that, what are the non-negotiables? What are the things that we are not prepared to sacrifice? Because you can have $1 million running through your business, but if you can't get out of bed, or if you've lost your marriage, or if you hate your kids, or if you hate yourself, or if you're not well enough to, go shopping, what is the point? You can have $1 million coming through your business, but you don't like your reputation. You're constantly working from a lack of integrity. You hate the clients, the customers, the pieces of paper that you've got to deal with every day. What is the point? There is this myth that we build a private practice to make money. It's not. It's got so much more. That money is important because it talks into our value, but we've got to get clear about what our other values are and what the other really important things are that make this business worthwhile. Otherwise, you can get a lot of our personal needs met by getting a job. And that's fantastic. And that's okay. And there are times in our life when that is the most sensible thing to do. I've had 2 people in my world tell me, hey, Joe, I've had to go and get a part-time job for really sensible reasons. The more sensible, and they're wise people, and I admire them so much for that. I really do. So, key things to take away from this today. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed, or you're struggling to understand what it is that your business stands for now, please find somebody who can help you make sense of that. Please find somebody who can help you not only connect with your why, but also what you need this business to do for you. And then also identify what it is that you're not willing to compromise as a part of this business. So there you go. That's a big challenge for a Tuesday. But it's a tactical challenge, and we know I like my tactics on a Tuesday. So I'm going to leave you with all of those words today, and I'm going to ask you to get back in touch with me and let me know how you've gone with this. I'm actually running a Success Mindset Masterclass in LA in October, where we're actually going to do a lot of work around this. So super early plug. No, there's no sales page for that yet because I have a gazillion other things on my to-do list today. But it's coming. But there's a bit of a teaser on some of the stuff that you will actually be able to integrate for yourself, spend the time reflecting on, and help you position yourself to actually have the type of success that you want to experience, the type of success you want to experience, not somebody else's definition of success for you. All right, fabulous people. I'm looking forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. I wonder what tomorrow will bring. I wonder how boof my brain will be by then. Until then, go be your awesome self.